What's up everyone, Willy Apple here, and today Apple has released macOS Tahoe 26.4 to everyone. In this video I'll be showing you what is new inside the software. We got quite a bit to talk about, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing has to do with Safari, and if you were to go inside Safari right here, and then if you were to go to your settings and then go into tabs right here, you're going to notice that we now have a brand new compact tabs option. So before it would just be separate, where it would just be on the bottom right here, just like that. But nowadays, if you were to just go inside your settings and click on compact, this is what it would do. It would just have two separate tabs, just like this. And you would just be able to customize your tab inside of here. Now this was a feature from macOS Monterey all the way up to macOS Sequoia, but they removed it inside of Tahoe. Probably to make do with liquid glass, because maybe they were just like lazy about it. But at least it is now back for those who are interested in the compact tabs. Along with that, if you were to go inside the develop button, you're going to see that the develop menu now has new glyph icons right here. Before, none of these would have glyph icons, but now all these main menu ones have glyph icons now, which is really nice to see. Now the next thing is that we got brand new emojis, and if we were to go inside of here and then press our FN key right here, you're going to see we got the iPad Pro M4 face, we got people with bunny ears, that has more colors actually, same with the people boxing, we got the treasure chest emoji, falling rocks, trombone, a gorilla, orca, ballet dancer, and fighting clouds. So these are brand new emojis, so these ones have more colors, these ones are all brand new. The one I could be seeing used the most is this one. I probably would be using it in a couple months being like, what? With that emoji like that? I could see that being one of my most used emojis from all these. But let me know down in the comments down below which emoji is going to be your most used. The next thing is that if you were to go inside the Freeform app right here, you're going to notice a couple of things. So the first thing is that you're going to see that there's a brand new button right here. And if you were to click on it, it opens up the content library. So basically what this is just a bunch of generated stuff made by Apple that you just cannot use behind a paywall. But spoiler alert, if you're willing to have a watermark and not doing it for like business purposes, a lot of these you could just add in, you know, it just has Apple Creator Studio watermarks. You don't actually need to like do anything at all. I am not sure if you could actually export it or not. Let's actually like try printing it. Okay, yeah, so you can print with watermarks, just try 1 month free. If you're okay with having watermarks, you just have your watermarks on your Apple Creator Studio stuff if you don't want to pay for it, which personally I am not going to do because I got Final Cut Pro already. But you got your photos right here. I'm pretty sure a lot of these are just stock images. You also got graphics, backgrounds, and then you also got shapes. So your shapes are all 100% free. You don't see any watermark at all. I actually think they added more shapes to here. Probably ported a lot of them over from iOS. But we also got a couple more changes besides the content library. And speaking of shapes, this has been completely redesigned right here. Now, it is a lot less shapes, and you actually need to go to the Content Hub in order to get a lot of your shapes back. But you can see a lot of these are just a lot of shapes that Apple has created. And alongside with that, if you were to go up here to Freeform, you're going to see that we got Learn About Apple Creator Studio with a pink icon right here, and get Apple Creator Studio. If you were to also go inside of the Insert tab, you also got Generate Image, that's also brand new right here. However, you also need Apple Creator Studio, hence the reason why it's pink right here. Along with that, inside the Freeform menu, they replaced, I forget what was right here, I think it was Reset Indicators with Privacy and Analytics. And basically it's just Apple Creator Studio slop right here. You just uncheck or check that to send analytics data. You're also going to see that we got a redesigned app icon. Here's what the app icon looks like inside of light mode. Kind of inconsistent quite a little bit with the other built-in apps, but it's okay if you put it inside of dark mode, I think. I personally prefer the old icon. And lastly, if you were to go inside the help menu, you're going to notice that what's new in Freeform has a brand new glyph icon now. And also the splash screen has of course changed because there is stuff inside of Apple Creator Studio has changed. Now the next thing is that if you were to go inside the control center right here, you're going to notice that this has changed quite a bit. Before there would just be a black background. Personally, I did not mind the black background. What that black background was that it would help make the control center more visible. However, there's no longer a black background. Instead, it just like fades from here to here with a blur. So if you were not a fan of the black fading background that was ported over from iPadOS, it is now gone and has been replaced with something I think is a lot better. I do not mind the black background at all. But if you were to also go inside of here, it is the same thing if you were to click on this. Before there would just be a black background, but now it's just a fading blur. Now the next thing is that if you were to open up the music app, you're going to notice a couple of changes right here. Let's just go into my country playlist, for example. I'm just going to make this bigger. And then you're going to see that our lyrics view has gotten a couple of changes. So if you were to only look at the lyrics right here, you're going to notice that it's more like iOS now. It's just in the sidebar like on macOS. So it fades in just like that with the little highlighting effect, highlighting what is currently being said. And along with that, we actually got a little jitter effect that we have inside of iOS as well. So it's like the bottom will not go up right away, but right here will go up sooner. I personally really like the jitter effect. It makes Apple Music have a lot more personality, but that is just me. And of course you can hide it and stuff like that. And along with that, that's not the only change. If you were to go inside a full screen player, you're going to notice quite a bit of new things inside of here. The first thing is that you're going to notice that right here no longer makes you go into the mini player, which is actually still possible. You just gotta go inside of the window tab, inside the menu bar, and then click on mini player. That still exists. It also has been redesigned quite a bit, so this is what it looks like by default. And it has the brand new lyrics view, and also it has more rounded button. You can't go in the full screen player just by clicking this anymore. You have to click on this now in order to go inside the full screen player. I don't know anybody who actually appreciated the mini player. This is a lot better view inside of the Apple Music app. And it has the new lyrics view. I think it always has the lyrics view. It just looks a lot cleaner and a lot better. It's took Apple long enough to bring this view over to the Music app. But I'm so glad they finally did. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. I think it's just to match the podcast apps, because the podcast app is actually based on the iOS version. The Mac app is not for the Music app. But now, speaking of podcasts, if we were to go inside the podcast app, you're going to see that if we were to go inside the full screen player right here, as you can see, it looks like pretty much exactly like the iOS one. You're going to see that we actually got a little video player right here. So if you click on it, it opens up full screen. This is Apple's brand new experience inside of the podcast app. As you can see, there kind of is a little bit of inconsistency with the little volume slider right there, but that's okay. As you can see right here, it's pretty much the exact same it's been before. It's just it has a brand new video player view. Now the next thing is that if you were to go inside of your settings app, and then if you were to scroll down to iCloud, you're going to notice a couple of new changes right here. So the first thing is that data access on the web has been renamed to data access on iCloud.com. I actually think it was called something else, but it has been renamed right here. And it also has brand new options. So allow data access has always been a toggle right here, but allow search is a brand new toggle. So what this sounds like it does is that if you have public access to your files, so like anybody can view it, if you were to turn this on, anybody can access those files just by searching it on like Google and something like that. So what allow search does is that it lets your Apple devices provide search results to iCloud.com. So I'm guessing it's just like Spotlight search and stuff like that. If you were to just have files inside of here, it would just be easier to find them. And then along with that, we also got an advanced toggle where you no longer need to go inside of iCloud for the web in order to export a CSV of your search queries from the last 28 days on iCloud, and clearing the records of any, and clearing your search history on iCloud.com. You do it inside the Mac settings app, which I think is a lot better than just going inside the web. I'm pretty sure Apple should try to put everything on iCloud.com inside of here if they can, but if they can't, that's perfectly fine. Try to have a lot of the general features inside of here, the more the merrier. Just don't make it bloated, I think. And along with that, if you were to go inside of Family right here, you're going to be happy to hear that you're now able to not share credit cards. So you're going to still be able to share purchases, but you're going to be able to have separate bank accounts. So let's say that you have a 14-year-old and that 14-year-old has a job. They're able to now buy their own apps, buy their own Apple Music subscriptions. They really want you to do that. You no longer need to have them use your own bank account now. I guess it's going to give it a lot of hassle-free. Now, when I was 14, I definitely had my own Apple Music subscription that my parents did not buy me. So it's very nice to see that if your family is still like restricted with like screen time and stuff like that, you're able to now not have your own credit card. And also like a kid, for example, definitely like find out the passcode and just start buying stuff, that's also a good safety guideline right there. Along with that, if you were to go inside your Spotlight settings right here and scroll down, you'll notice that the Files tab now has a little eye icon right here. You're actually able to hide certain file types from being searched. So for example, if I want a study set to not be showing right here, let's just do Warrior Knowledge right here. So if I don't want my WStudy file to show up right here, all I gotta do is go inside of here and type WStudy. And then if I were to go inside of here and search, let's just do Gladiator, you will see that my Gladiator Squadron knowledge does not show up right there until I were to remove that from my hidden file types. So let's say, I don't know, you don't want DLL files, for example, inside of here. You could just click on this, and then you could just type .dll, and DLL files will not show up inside of Spotlight search. You can also just do general developer files, so if you don't want programming language files to show up right there, you could just turn that off. If you don't want images, you can just make it a lot more customizable now. It is very nice to see that Apple has done that. Now the next thing has to do with AirDrop and Handoff. That has been renamed here to AirDrop and Continuity. And if you were to scroll down right here, you're going to notice that a lot of things that were misplaced inside of Desktop and Dock have been moved to AirDrop and Continuity. For example, widgets and iPhone mirroring. If you don't want your iPhone widgets to show up inside of the widget editor right here, that is where that is now going to be. Now it looks like that toggle takes a little bit of time to adjust because these are all from iPhone. I think also Gemini is also from iPhone. Now, you might need to restart your Mac for those to take effect. But notifications and live activities is a broken link, as you can see right here. But this is where you're able to do those settings. And also iPhone. So what this is that you're able to change your iPhone if you have multiple iPhones on you. Anyways, that's everything new here inside of macOS Tahoe 26.4. Let me know what you think of this software down in the comments down below. And if you want to know my experience, simply change the language track to Klingon and restart the video. And just play the video in the background, play it while you are doing something, maybe gaming or something. And then you're able to hear all about my experience with macOS Tahoe 26.4 and speculation with macOS 26.5 and so much more. But if you can't and you have other things to do, that's totally alright. And thanks for watching, comment, subscribe, down my apps description down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!